You guys are awesome. You know that? Happy Monday, St. Elmo's Fire. Hope you're doing well. It started snowing yesterday, so here's some footage of that. Check out that snow. Oh my god, it's snowing! Yay! I just wanted to say a quick thanks to all the responses that came out of my last video. While I realize that unscripted me is perhaps more interesting to watch because it's more real or whatever, I'm going to try to bring a balance of scripted and unscripted me into future videos. The reason why I'll be using a script from time to time is because I can be quite scatterbrained, and talking to a camera without some sense of purpose results in a lot of rambling and awkward pauses. Honestly, I just don't have the time to sift through half an hour of rambling just to find the really juicy bits and then splice those clips together into a bite-sized video that flows really well. So please bear with me if I sound a bit scripted in future videos. I like that sense of direction and organization as I try to put together my videos, and the editing process goes by a lot faster if I know which clips are supposed to go where. Please realize though, that even when my words do come across as scripted, they're not any less sincere. They're all coming from a place in here, even if that doesn't always come across that way up here. Now it's time for an awkward transition to the topic of the video. Sarah, you recently celebrated your 25th birthday this past weekend. Oh my gosh, you're so old. When you were born, a gallon of gas was 89 cents. A postage stamp was 24 cents. The world's population was 5 billion. Today, it is over 7 billion. Disposable contact lenses became a thing. The Simpsons debuted on TV for the first time. And Michael Jackson had released his album Bad. A lot of things have happened in our world since you've been born. And obviously, a lot of things have happened to you since you've been born. Where are you going with this, Maia? Well, Sarah, after we celebrated your birthday, we ended up back at your place, sitting in your living room, eating cookies and ice cream. I was sitting by your desk, looking around at all the little knickknacks that you had on your desk, and it got me thinking about how all these little objects that we keep in our house have a story. Each of these little mementos serves to remind us of some place, someone, or some event. It's pretty interesting to see the sort of things that people keep, because they can say a lot about that person. When you watch these videos, all you ever see is what fits into this little screen, this little box. And there are tons of things that you never see outside that box. And since you guys have never been to my place before, I thought I'd give you the grand tour and show you what sort of mementos I keep. If you guys aren't interested in that sort of thing, then there's the door. No, really. It's right there. You guys still here? Good. Well then, welcome to my apartment. Please keep your hands inside and your shoes off the carpet. Let's start the tour. To your right, you have a standard full bath bathroom, complete with a fuchsia colored shower curtain and a matching bath rug. I never used to be into the purpley and pink colors, but after a few years, they've grown on me. Let's head over this way. To your right is the kitchen, complete with a tiny oven, a tiny sink, and a tiny countertop. Perfect for the tiny person who's only cooking dinner for one. I have this little bar as well, which is really nice because not all the units in my apartment have one. I mostly use it as a desk or, to eat food on. To your left is the wall of personality, aka the side of the apartment where I keep all of my mementos. These are the posters that you see in my vlogs. This is the tiny bookshelf where I keep a small selection of books. Not very interesting to photograph, Sarah, but that's because most of my books are stored at my mom's house, or on this Kindle. This is a board where I keep track of the days, and write little reminders to myself to pay the bills and be a responsible adult. These are all the toys that I've collected over the last few years from the daycare where I used to work. Balls, cars, fuse bead art, a pipe cleaner penguin that one of the 6-year-olds made for me. When you work with children, you're always going to come home with some random toy in your pocket. Hence the collection. I also have a balloon making kit, because apparently I'm a big kid. And this is my old camera, which my parents got for me when I was 17. I used it on a summer trip to Europe, and although it's broken now, I was able to capture some really great memories with it. It was during that time that I got really interested in making videos, so I really owe my parents for getting me started on that. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Over here is my small collection of DVDs. I don't actually own that many, And I think I actually have more TV shows than I do movies. And over here is the TV, PlayStation, and Wii. I don't really pay for TV, so I only use it to watch movies on the PlayStation. And I only use the Wii to play Wii Tennis, because Wii Tennis is awesome. To your right is the couch, which is of course Badger Red. I've had it since my freshman year, and it's been through a lot. This little hole is where my roommate's rat got a little hungry. But he was a good rat. And this is where I sleep. On my bedside table is my collection of John Green books. Who? John Green. From the YouTube channel Vlogbrothers. He writes books? Oh yes. Looking for Alaska, and Abundance of Katherines, Paper Towns, Will Grayson, and his most recent book, The Fault in Our Stars, which Time magazine just named the #1 fiction novel of 2012. Oh yeah, my copy is signed. J-scribble. My copy of Time magazine's #1 fiction novel of 2012 is signed by one of the most influential vloggers in the history of YouTube. Allow me to nerd out for a minute. So that's my apartment. As you can see, I live in a studio apartment. And after living here for a while, I've learned that I don't need that much space to store all the things that are important to me. Now I have a challenge for you guys. Show us around your vlogging space, whether it's your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, whatever. And pick out a few objects in that living space and tell us a little bit more about it. How you got it, a sweet or funny story associated with it, etc. And if you guys could complete the challenge in the next video or two, that would be great, because I love getting to learn more about you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week.